This is Red Letters Rewind, where we train for life, not just the game. Every season ends, but not every season teaches. And if you don't stop and reset, you'll carry out the old habits into a new year and expect different results. This week, I'm not just doing a recap to talk about what happened. I'm talking about what happens next, what I've learned last season and what I'm leaving behind, and how in training, in faith, fitness, and purpose for the next one. Because goal setting isn't about motivation, it's about direction. And if you don't choose your standard, the world will choose it for you. Let's rewind and reset. Every season eventually comes to an end. Some end with wins, some end with lessons, most end with both. And when that season's over, the most important question isn't what did I accomplish? It's what did I become? This isn't a New Year's resolutions video. This isn't hype. This is a reset. This is a training plan for next season. Because here at Red Letter Sports, we believe something simple but powerful. We don't train for just the game, we train for life. Everything we do here at Red Letter Sports is shaped by our theme verse. It's 1 Timothy 4:8. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. That verse tells us two things. First, training matters. Discipline matters. Preparation matters. But second, what you're training for matters even more. You can be physically strong and spiritually empty. You can be successful and still be off course. So as I step into 2026, I'm not asking, how do I do more? I'm asking, how do I train better? Before I talk about where I'm going, I want to take a moment to rewind. This past year taught me a lot. Some things worked, some things didn't, some things took longer than I wanted. But God used all of it. He showed me where I was rushing instead of trusting, where I was busy instead of being obedient, where I needed more discipline and more grace. I'm grateful for the last season, but I'm not living there. I'll be honest, I didn't meet all the goals I set out to accomplish last year, but I still moved forward. God is still in control, and He's teaching me how to follow Him more passionately than ever before. The rewind is meant to teach us, not to trap us. This is the area of focus that matters the most. In 2026, I want to create more than I consume. I want to finish what I start and protect margins. Busy doesn't mean faithful, and noise doesn't mean progress. I want to be present where my feet are, not distracted, not scattered, but focused. Our phones can be a great tool, but they can be a great distraction. That means saying no to some good things so I can say yes to the right things. Purpose isn't about doing everything, it's about doing what you're called to do and to do it well. When I set goals, I don't start with outcomes, I start with order. Because when things are out of order, everything eventually breaks down. For me, everything flows through three areas: faith, fitness, and personal purpose. If faith isn't first, then honestly, faith becomes vanity and purpose becomes pressure. So this year, my goals aren't random, they're intentional and they're rooted in faith. Faith is the foundation for everything. In 2026, my goal starts with reading scripture every day. But it doesn't end there, it's to live it. To slow down enough to actually hear God, not just talk to Him. That means daily time in the Word, not rushed, not checked off a list, but consistent. It means building rhythms instead of relying on motivation. Another verse guiding me this year is Proverbs 16:3, and it says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." That verse reminds me that commitment comes before clarity. I don't need the whole roadmap. I need obedience for today. In 2026, I want to lead better in my home, in conversations, and here on this platform. Not louder, not flashier, but more faithful. So, first, I want to read all the way through the Bible this year, but I'm kicking it up a notch. My goal is to do this in 6 months. I know that's lofty, but it's doable, and I want to push myself. That means doubling up on my daily reading while drinking my coffee in the morning and the last thing I do before I go to bed at night. Fitness for me is stewardship. This body isn't something I just use, it's something I've been entrusted with. In 2026, the goal isn't perfection, but consistency. Training even when motivation isn't there, showing up when no one's watching, doing all the small things repeatedly. Physical training is value, not because it makes us look better, but because it teaches us about discipline. The same habits that build strength in the gym build strength everywhere else. When I train my body, I'm training my mind to stay committed. When these things aren't comfortable, even in those times when things aren't comfortable. Specifically, first, I want to be able to run a mile again. Run it without stopping. That may seem small for some people, but I'm not a runner and I'm a lot older than I was last time when I ran. Second, I want to do something to get me moving every single day. Whether that's walking or running, on a treadmill or outside. Maybe it's a light workout at home or in the gym. Just something to get me up and out of my chair every single day. Again, this isn't about losing weight, although that's part of it. It's about showing up and being consistent. It's about discipline. In 2026, I want to create more than I consume. I want to finish what I start and protect margins. Busy doesn't mean faithful, and noise doesn't mean progress. I want to be present where my feet are, not distracted, not scattered, but focused. Our phones can be a great tool, but they can be a great distraction. That means saying no to some good things so I can say yes to the right things. Purpose isn't about doing everything. It's about doing what you're called to do and to do it well. Every year needs a standard. For 2026, mine is simple. Consistency over hype. Faithfulness in the unseen. Daily training. Trusting God with the results. I'm not chasing perfection. I'm chasing obedience. Here's my challenge to you. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one habit, just one. Commit it to the Lord and start today. Don't put it off tomorrow. That's what I've done way too long. Do it today. Start now. If this episode has helped you, like the video, subscribe, and drop a goal in the comments of what you're trying to accomplish this year. Train for life. Trust God with the season. Until next time, I'll see you here on Red Letters Rewind, and God bless.